What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another episode in the 3 to T series, where I'm attempting to play every single course available within GSPro. Hopefully, eventually, that's the goal, at least, by playing 3 holes per course, as the name implies, the 1st, the 9th, and the 18th mainly. I switch it up a little bit if it's a 9-hole course or if there's a really signature style hole like the 17th, the TPC Sawgrass. But sticking with the 1st, the 9th, and the 18th here for this course, which is Royal Manchester Golf Links. This is in Mount Wolf, Pennsylvania, USA. Courses are on this one was T Love. Newer course here within GSPro, so you guys should be getting an early look here. I think this was done in the past maybe few days, maybe a week or two, if that, but newer course, which generally speaking, from what I've found, all the newer courses, they take a bit longer to download and to load just because they're more intricate, but take that trade-off all day long for higher quality courses that these course designers put hours and hours and hours into, so shout out to them. But the way this series works, like I said, 3 holes, and whatever video gets the most amount of views throughout the week, whether I post 1 or 2 videos or 7 videos, video every single day, whatever course is the most popular, I'll come out and play a full 18 hole on a live stream. But testing out, going back to the webcam, still got the new mic, but I mentioned it a couple times today, but just let me know if you guys are okay with this quality. Ideally, over the past 2 years or so, however long I've been doing these videos, I usually aim towards 3 videos per week, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less, but with these shorter videos in the 3 to T series, I would ideally like to get up to like 4, 5, or 6 videos if I can, but I'm thinking 4 may be the sweet spot: Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And then again, whatever video gets the most, I'll schedule some time to come out and do a live stream. But let's see what we can do here at Royal Manchester. Pretty cool tee markers by the looks of it. Got these royal crowns, whatever you want to call them, what they're looking like. Kind of reminds me of a Crown Royal a little bit. But first hole, par 4, 396. What are we working with the fly over here? That stuff does not look like it'd be fun to play out of, that long rough. Kind of a narrow fairway, but there's not a ton to get in trouble with, luckily. So need a good tee shot. Been kind of spraying the driver all over the place today. Been drawing some unwillingly and not on purpose, but let's see if we can actually hit it. Ball striking hasn't been the best today, but we're going to aim, I guess, right center. And, I mean, if I flare one really bad left or right, we're in that rough anyways. So ideally just look to be down the middle, but beggars can't be choosers on a ball striking day like today. That was extremely high in the face. Should be pretty straight though. Ball speed was probably horrendous. That was, again, luckily this Sim 2 driver. I haven't done like a complete sky in a while, and I haven't done one with this driver, but this white part is ceramic, so you have to hit the same spot multiple times in a row, skying it to leave a mark. But that was definitely partially, that was probably half the ball off the crown. Didn't leave a mark or anything, but that was pretty horrendous. Ball speed was only 144 and only swung it at 101.7, but somehow we got 252, another draw. But I mean, we're in the middle of the fairway, so at least we're in the short stuff. Leaves us with 142 left into this green, up about a little more than 3 yards, so 145 total. Not much to contend with the lie down here. 1.1 degrees up. It's going to come out a little bit right. So we're going to aim here, and I'm thinking GSPro suggesting 9-iron, which I think I'm going to do. And usually I try to work on that choke down 9-iron about 140, 145. The way I'm hitting it today, the ball's not going quite as far, so probably going to go closer to like a 3/4, just kind of smoother 9. And usually play that in the neighborhood of 150, 155, so that should still be decent, and that accounts for the likely off-center strike that'll probably occur here. But see what we can do with the 9-iron. Oh, I pulled it left. I hit it kind of hard, though. Is it going to come back? Looks like it is. Sit. All right, all things considered, 144. We'll take the par. That was kind of a lucky shot. Granted, I was kind of trying to do that, but the way that came out, I didn't think we were going to get that lucky. But we'll take the par. The goal here is to be even par through the 3 holes. But brings us to the 9th hole, par 5, 489. A little bit more of a manageable distance from these furthest back tees for a par 5. But all depends. Ooh, cool looking power lines there. There's a couple courses around here that I played with my uncle that reminds me of that. do have some room again, but there's water up there. Granted, par 5, so that's not going to come into play until the second or third shots with a cool little stream going there with the rocks. Bunker's right in the landing zone, of course, but I guess we'll aim at this right one. And at this point, I guess I'm just trying to play the baby draw. And go figure, I'll probably aim right on this one and I'll flare it right on top of it. But I got to kind of play to what I have for the day, which seems to be a draw. Felt like I hit it harder, but it was low and left. And another draw on top of it. Yikes. 232 into the bunker. 106.6, 148. I am just not hitting driver good today. That's all it boils down to. But GSPro suggesting 3-wood. It is a little bit of an upslope, but with that lip here in this grass, I don't know if I'm going to be able to launch it high enough to get out of here. Luckily, it's a par 5, but we've got 252 down 6 yards to the green. There's that water up there that I'm seeing on the mini map, and fairway bunker is going to be 5 to 10%, depending on the lie and the launch conditions. So, yeah, so it's telling me to hit 3-wood up there. We're even. I don't even want to risk it. I'm going to go right here to the fat part, 190, and then 10% on top of that, 5 or 10%. So we're looking in the neighborhood of 200, 210. I'm going to either hit a 5 or a 6 iron, actually play this a little bit smarter for once. Let's try the 5 iron. We'll go there. Not that I go and aim and then I press J again and it kind of cancels it out, but that's the line we're going to take. 5 iron out of a bunker like this is still kind of aggressive, but I don't have confidence the way I'm hitting it today to hit a 3-wood out of this over that water. So this is kind of one of the rarer layups you'll see me do back here. Generally, I'm relatively aggressive both here and on course, even more so here. Toe chunk, but good thing we hit the 5. 6 would have gone even shorter. That's not going to go very far, but manageable in play. 167 out of the bunker. Leaves us with 87. At least we're in the short stuff. It's going to come out left, which is fine, but I'll probably fade it, so I'll go a touch more. What do I want to hit? Do I want to go a fuller 56, or do I want to go an easier approach wedge? Let's try the approach wedge. Haven't hit that yet today. So usually I play that. Been trying to stick more towards 100 to 125 if I really hit it good on a good day that I'm swinging it well with good contact to get about 125 out of it. So just going to try to take off a little bit off of my regular 100-yard shot with this, and hopefully we hit it good enough to get up and over that water. Started a little bit left, should fade back. A little bit too much. Good contact though, that was a better swing, 97. So kind of what I was saying, I'm used to hitting around a 100-yard shot with that, which would have been pretty good, but unfortunately we didn't need 100. So we have a little bit of a tester here with the 60 degree to try to get up and down. So like I said, luckily par 5, we're hitting 4, so we do have an opportunity. We're in the rough, 11 yards. It's going to be 6% out of that, so call it a yard. 12 total. Need about, we'll just leave, we'll go a little bit right. Probably 8 yards of carry. Let it roll out a little bit with the 60 degree. Just looking for the lower portion of the net here. Popped it up a little bit, but should still work out. Barely. I needed a little bit lower launch and a little bit more power on that to get that closer to the pin, but we snuck it inside the inner circle for a par, which is good. So even through 2, third and final hole, 18th hole, par 4, 434, down 15 yards this time, which is good. Hopefully I need all the help I can get off the tee right now, but that'd be nice if I could actually hit one close to square and get the extra 15 yards on top of it. But similar looking fairway, we got water again, even more of it. So we're going to have a good wedge shot, or short to mid iron, depending on where I put this tee shot. Cool little waterfall over there to the right of the green, though. Alright, why are you aiming me over here, GSPro? That's not where the fairway is. We'll go here. 267 right there, down 15. So if I can actually hit it to my 265-ish type of average, we get close to 280 on this, but that's kind of asking a lot right now, the way I'm swinging driver and everything else for that matter. On the bright side, I'm releasing my hands pretty well today, but somewhat uncontrollable, releasing it to the left. It'll draw again, but that was toey, and it's drawing a lot. Bounce a little bit right. And only 99, 148. Geez, I am losing speed rapidly here. I guess it is worth noting. Been working out a lot more consistently as of late. Been working out in the morning, so I did do legs. I did legs and arms, which the whole reason why I had a little bit of a break working out when I started to commit more towards improving my golf game and playing more back here, just because trying to do something that requires skill and precision like golf, if you're sore, fatigued, tired from the day before, all those kind of things, usually if your muscles aren't quite at 100%, it's not going to result in the best shots in the world. But we somehow got 280 or 275 out of that. Leaves us with 155 down 5 out of the rough. So 150, 6% will be 8 yards thereabouts. So 158, I think, just because there's the water there, I'm going to go lame here. It is a downslope too. I'm going to go 8 iron. That's what GSPro is suggesting anyways too. But primetime golf season, if it was warmer and I was hitting it better, I'd probably hit the 9. But just going to grab a little bit extra club, hopefully put a pretty smooth swing on it, and hit a halfway decent 8 iron onto this green, and ideally kind of close to the pin. A little bit thin, but I struck it halfway decent. That's kind of what I get for clubbing up, but that was a pretty good 8 iron actually. That was 164 right into the rough. Usually I play this in the neighborhood of 160, 165, so I actually, if I knew I was going to hit it like that, I could actually hit the 9 iron there and would have been pretty good, but that's a good miss, so to speak. So it leaves us with 11 yards. It's going to be basically the same shot as the one I just hit, so it's going to be a 60 degree. It's going to come out a little bit left, so we'll aim there. It's going to be the same thing. Try to launch it a little bit lower and get it a little bit closer. Cozy this up. Hitting 3, so inner circle we got another par, and we're even through 3. That one still got up and away from me, but it should be a better distance. Ooh, right past the pin. Hey, at least I gave that one a chance, but it's going to be a par nonetheless, so can't be too mad about that. Take a look at the scorecard here from Royal Manchester Golf Links in Mount Wolf, Pennsylvania, US of A. Course designer T-Love. Shout out to T-Love. We escaped with an even par 3 holes. So par on the first one, that was a par 4, we got a 4. 5 on the 9th, we got a 5. And then another 4 on 18, we got a 4. Take a look at the stats. I know small sample size with 3 holes, but figure they're here, might as well look at them. 3 pars, nothing else besides that. Longest drive 252, average drive 252. Sometimes it does this with only the 3 holes. It for whatever reason just picks like one of them and does both the longest and the average. Same thing with the ball speed, but it is what it is. 4 putts, no sand saves. Only 1 out of 3 greens in regulation, only 1 out of 3 fairways. But that's pretty emblematic and symptomatic of how I'm striking it today, so that sounds about right. Ideally, I want to be 2 out of 3, if not 3 out of 3 on those, but it is what it is. We didn't hit it the best, but able to scrape out 3 pars in a row, so hopefully you guys enjoyed yet another installment here of the 3 to T series. Slowly but surely working my way through all the amazing courses that GSPro has to offer. If you guys have any specific courses within GSPro that you'd like to see me try back here, I'm going to get to them all anyways, so just let me know down in the comments and I'll write them down and play those the next time I come out. But until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next course.